Skyline, my name's Caitlin, and I'm here interviewing Miss Trude in Foreign Language Department. So Miss Trude, when you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, Caitlin, I actually didn't want to be a French teacher when I grew up. When I was little, and I wish I had the picture here to show you guys, I actually wanted to be a doctor. That's all I wanted to be. I played doctor all the time. My mom was a nurse, so I was like, I'm going to be the doctor, she'll be my assistant. So, well, that was the plan until high school biology class and dissecting, and I don't get along. So after biology, sorry all you bio freaks, but blood and guts is not Miss Trude's thing, so that's that.
So what was your first job you ever had?
My first job, I started working in high school when I was my freshman year, and I worked at my church's daycare. I was the lead teacher in the 3-year-old class all through high school and college. I got to play with the little kids. We did all kind of fun things with them, and while working there I kind of discovered I like teaching, so I was like, it's something I want to consider when I go to college. So thanks to Warrenton Baptist Tiny Tots, now I've decided I like teaching, and it's awesome.
Do you see yourself doing anything different with your career in the future?
Let's see. Hopefully I'm going to stay here at Skyline. I absolutely love it here. I love my students. I love the administration in my department. I like getting to see you guys when you start out as 8th graders and going all the way to senior year. It's just great to see how you all grow up and change. Eventually I might consider going into administration, or maybe way down the road, not for a long time, so don't freak out, all my French students, I'm not leaving you. But eventually I might like to go and teach at a college or a university, but that's way down the line.
And what do you like to do in your spare time?
In my spare time? Do I have spare time? Yeah, I do. In my spare time, I love to go shopping. I absolutely love baking. And I like to read. I also like to sing. What else? And I like to watch TV, especially sports. I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, Pittsburgh Penguins, Yankees, and I also have to support the Skyline Hawks, so that's about what I do in my free time.
If there was one thing that you could do before you die, what would it be?
One thing that I want to do before I die. There's lots of things, but probably the #1 thing on my bucket list would be to be able to travel around the world and visit every continent. I love traveling. I've been to Europe, but I want to make it to every continent before I die.
Okay, and in your own opinion, how would you describe your ideal student?
My ideal student would be someone who's a hard worker, who tries really hard, who has a good sense of humor, willing to ask for help, willing to do whatever it takes, and someone who gets along with me and everyone else in the class, which is, at this point, most of my students. Shout out to all you guys, because in my opinion, you all are awesome and you're my ideal students, so thanks for being awesome, guys.
Okay, and if you can describe yourself in one word, what word would that be?
One word? Okay. I would say, in one word, I am energetic. But first block would say that I got swag.
So, if you were shrunk down to the size of a pencil and put into a blender, how would you get out?
Oh my goodness. If I was shrunk down to the size of a pencil and put into a blender, how am I going to get out? Well, hopefully this blender is going to grant me some magical powers, and I can magically, with my superhero powers, climb up and scale the blender, even though it's probably going to be slick and greasy. I'm a superhero. I can do that, and I'm going to lift the lid and escape, hopefully. Or my nice, awesome, and amazing students will come and rescue me so they can have their amazing French teacher back.
So do you know how M&Ms are made?
How are M&Ms made? I've never thought about that, Caitlin, but I do like M&Ms, and if I were to say how they were made, I'm gonna say there's little magic chocolate elves that work in the M&M factory, and that it's a secret. And if they were to tell me, then you'd probably have to kill me.
So, in this room that we're interviewing in right now, how many basketballs do you think could fill up this whole room?
For real? Caitlin, you know I don't like basketball. I don't even know the size of a basketball. But if I were to guess, and this is also going to make me do math, which you know I also don't like, if we were to look at the diameter and the circumference of a basketball in relationship to the area of the room, I would say that it would take well over 500 basketballs to fill up the TV studio. But if you want to know for sure, ask Mr. Kinney.
Okay, and there it is. This is Miss Trude, and I'm Caitlin, and we're out.
See ya.